OhiosGolf.com, bringing you the top instructors from across the state.
Hi, this is PGA professional J.R. Abels for Ohio's Golf Magazine. Now, still the middle of the winter, but that doesn't mean you can't be working on your golf game, okay? Something that most people don't want to do is a little bit of physical activity to strengthen some golf muscles and to work on your flexibility a little bit. But this is the time of year to do that to get you ready for the spring. So I'm going to show you a few little exercises that if you can do these 5-10 minutes a day, it's going to help you a bunch. Okay? So, first thing I want to do is just a simple turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'll get down and touch my toes, or as close to that as I can. If you can't get all the way down, that's okay. Go as far as you can go, gradually stretching out, gradually stretching a little more and a little more. And in a few days or a week, should be able to get down there closer and closer and closer. Helps your hamstrings to stretch out, okay, so that you can make a better turn back and through. Second thing I want to show you is what we call pelvic tilt, okay? Basically, if I'm in a setup position, a good setup position here, bent over, my arms across my chest, I want to be able to rotate my pelvis anteriorly and posteriorly, okay? Now, that seems kind of weird, but if you can do that, creating a bow in your back, like sway back, and then arching your back, just using your stomach muscles, okay, and your hips and thighs, okay, that will allow you to stay down better through the shot, okay? So again, having the mobility in there and then the ability to turn and pivot and stay in the shot through impact is obviously a big part of making good contact, and being able to do that is a big deal. Now, if you can't do it, one of the things you can do to practice to be able to do it is you just back up against the wall, get your feet a foot and a half from the wall, and when you're up against the wall, your shoulders and your head and everything are against the wall, but the smaller your back won't be. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to push in with your stomach and rotate your pelvis out, and that'll let your smaller your back touch the wall. Just hold that for 10-15 seconds. And repeat that 4 or 5 times, okay, where you rest for 10 seconds in between, okay? That will allow you to start to do that pelvic tilt, okay? Another one is pelvic or hip rotation. Now what we want to do here is rotate the hips without rotating the shoulders, trying to loosen up the hips to be able to turn and pivot without moving the rest of the body, okay, or the upper body, okay, from that standpoint. The reverse of that, being able to rotate the shoulders without letting the hips really move, okay? Being able to move the different parts while other parts stay in position is, again, part of what the golf swing is all about. So practicing those every day for 5 or 10 minutes can really make a big difference. Another little tougher test for you, okay? If you're in pretty good shape, try this one. You got a club overhead. You're going to take it right up overhead, feet are square, about shoulder width. You're going to squat, go down into a squat, and you're going to try to keep your feet flat on the ground, okay? Keeping this bar above your head. Trying to keep your feet square as you do that. Trying to get your hips below your knees. Get to the point where you can do 10 of those, okay? It may take you a while to be able to do that, but if you can do it, it'll help a bunch. And strengthening the abdominal muscles is a big deal in golf. So that's pretty simple. You just lie down. You're going to simply raise your legs 5-6 inches off the floor and hold that for 10-15 seconds. And then simply let them down and relax. Do that 4 or 5 times, relaxing as much as you need to in between. But that will really strengthen those abdominal muscles that will really help you, again, turn and pivot through the ball. This is J.R. Abels for Ohio's Golf Magazine.